To Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop right there. Stop right there.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
One name.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, 360. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Bradford now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this 1st drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd down, Bradford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Bradford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
734.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Go. Get set. Listen up. Low. 734.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. He's got him in. Complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 54 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Low.
They'll run it now out of the gun. For the first time, much more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Get set.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And he's got it up and through. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll try to throw now. Bradford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. To throw is Bradford. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 49 yards. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing, Bradford. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
1st down, here's the run to Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here we go. Hey, 6:37. Is that?
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
24. Later 2. Go, go. Get set, get set. 6:18. What's it on?
From the gun, it's Carr. Open man is through, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 39 that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat. They kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give the defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Bradford on 2nd down. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Diggs with a good footwork. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. Raider 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Deuce right. 734. You're mine. Go, go. Get set, get set.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Bradford is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Bradford in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Bradford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From the red zone now, Bradford. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the kick by Ep. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You're mine. Hey, Raider 2.
On play action, it's Carr. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
694. 637. You got 56 there. It's a hut.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Let 5-man box. Go Chief.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly for... And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
A first down throw for Bradford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Bradford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Monday. Here we go. Monday.
Bradford on 1st down. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Bradford on 4th down. And Tate's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Bradford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
Right back to him on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Bradford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Bradford. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start the drive with Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, 6-18, 93, 93, 24. What's it on?
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Hey, 7:34.
Now Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A 2nd down throw for Bradford. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Finding room at the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Handoff comes to Cook. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
808. What's it on? 808. 734. 734. Go, go. White down.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Monday.
Second down, Bradford. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Over the middle, complete to Tate. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 40, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, 91 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back. And sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
They
run it for the first time with the backup Murray. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That's it, baby.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
24.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Go Chief. 694. Hold on.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. They find some open field here. But he's into the clear. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Barely got the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he spins through. Golden Tate's gonna go. 30, 20, 10, and he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, they've been able to switch to their opponent.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy.